But yeah, like that's a very common misconception when it comes to me is that like I'm going out on all these dates and I got like all these dudes and like yo my phone is so dry. My phone is
Oh, Dina,
ridiculously
come
dry.
on.
Like
No, I know
dry.
they be in them DMs crazy.
Dry.
I know they be in them DMs crazy.
Special needs patients be in my DMs crazy, Malcolm. Cause like if you want to talk to me after all the crazy shit I post online, like you are not sane.
Oh. All right, so what's up, man? I'm Malcolm McFly. We back for another episode of the Flyers Flux podcast. We got some new shit here, you know what I mean? So we branding this shit pretty tough now. And I got a crazy popular, influential guest on the Miami comedy scene, soon to be on the world scene, right? Miss Dina Cruz.
Hey, what's up, you guys? I don't know about crazy popular. Like,
No, yes.
I'm super regular.
No, don't trust it. Don't trust it. Dina's in the acting, writing, comedy. I'm not sure what else you do. Like, do you have any other hidden talents that we don't know about?
That's to be continued.
I seen you some clips of you playing basketball. I say maybe she can hoop.
I do. I ball.
Okay, so what? Like,
I got bad knees now, but I ball.
You got bad knees. Well, look, let's take it from the top, man. How did you get started in this? Cause like when I'm new to Miami, right?
Right.
And when I came here, it was just people making so much noise. I just like gravitated to them. Like I saw you perform, and I was like, damn, okay, who is this? So like, did you start in Miami? Like, where did you get started at?
I did. I started in Miami. I started in Miami. It was by accident.
Okay.
I always say it was a happy accident. People are like, what do you mean? How do you do stand-up by accident? So what happened was I was really good friends at the time. I still am. I say it like we're not friends no more. I'm still very good friends with
Y'all
Cisco
beefing.
Duran. No. Still very good friends with Cisco Duran. He's been in the game for like 15 years, you know. And back then I was just his annoying friend that would make him laugh and be like, come on, bro, let me write your jokes, bro. Come on. Cause like I thought I had it like that.
Damn.
So he basically just got tired of me saying that. And one day he invited me out to a show. And I went to the show. We had a great time. After the show, we were taking shots. And then out of nowhere, everybody was like, oh, let's go to Taurus. Happened to be a Thursday. I had no idea what happens at Taurus on Thursdays. So we went to Taurus and he signed me up for the mic without me knowing. And yeah, like I walked into Taurus. I was like, hey, I'm going to go to the bar and get us a drink. Like, you know, he's like, yeah, go ahead. And his side of the story is that they came up to him and they were like, oh, Cisco, are you going to go up? And he was like, nah, the only way I'll go up is if you put my homegirl on first. I didn't know what the conversation was. So I'm coming back from the bar with drinks in my hand. I'm like, hey, party, you know? And as soon as I get back to the table, he was like, oh, I put you on the list. And Taurus is a bar, like just a countertop. Like there's nowhere else to go. So I was like, what list for what? There's no VIP here. What are you talking about? List for what?
Right.
And he was like, no, you're going on stage next. And I did. And then I went home and told my mom I wanted to be a comedian. And she said I wasn't that funny, so I didn't touch another mic for 6 months. And then Puerto Rican moms are brutal. And then after that, like I had this thing in me, like that it wouldn't go away. Like it becomes like this annoying, gnawing voice. And after like those 6 months, I went and I think I went to Thank You after that.
Okay.
And I've never let go of a mic ever since.
Wow. Okay. So how long ago was that?
It'll be 4 years in February.
Okay, so you're still pretty new.
Yeah.
Like you're not like you have a lot of veteran energy, but you kind of a new comedian.
When it comes to comedy, yeah, I'm a baby.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And you went to Taurus, right? And how was that experience? You kill it on the first try?
I don't want to say kill it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was still my first time like picking up a mic, but I did rather well. I had a heckler.
Oh, you had a heckler? Damn, on the first try?
My first time. First try. They ripped the Band-Aid off real quick when it came to me. Yeah, I had a heckler, which was supposedly another comedian, but I've never seen him since. So I think I ended his comedy career that day. Because he was like, as soon as I got up, he just started talking to me. And I'm like, yo, like, why is this dude talking to me? Like, I'm trying to like focus on what I'm doing here. I'm already nervous. I'm already a wreck, you know? Definitely wearing the wrong wardrobe. I was in a red leather dress.
Oh, so you was dressed to like
I was dressed, we was hanging out. Like,
Right,
what do you
right.
mean? Like, I couldn't even sit in the stool right. Like, if you watch the video, I'm like, because I'm scared of like you know what I'm saying? And he says something like, oh, are you funny? And I was like, what are you talking about? Are you funny? And he was like, oh, I guess you're going to find out next. And I was like, well, then wait your fucking turn, bro. Like, so it was weird. It was a weird experience. But looking back on it, I did all right. Like for my first time, I didn't have no jokes.
so it was just straight crowd work, freestyling.
I was just talking shit about being a mom. I mean, pretty much what I talk about now, like talking shit about being a mom, talking shit about just being single, life in general, you know. And I did pretty well. And it's crazy because I never realized it until like I went back and watched the video very recently because I still have it.
Oh, is that on YouTube? Is it available?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. We're going to find
I have
that.
a brand now. I can't do that.
Internet sleuths, try to find that video. We need that.
And going back and looking at it, it's crazy because my very first time during stand-up, I had to follow Chris Cilio.
What? Wow.
Miami Comedy Lore. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then Cisco went after me. So the lineup that night was like boom, boom, boom.
Well, you were sandwiched in there. I'm sure you did good. I couldn't imagine you not doing too well.
I did all right. I did okay. I did okay for my first. I mean, in comparison to now, obviously, it's not anywhere near the same thing. You know what I mean? Like I have jokes now. Like I'm actually like, you know, but it wasn't bad. It was okay. It was okay.
Now I would imagine like you was already pretty solid given the company you kept, right? Like you had comedian friends. So you kind of knew what, you probably didn't know all the joke structure stuff, but you knew what a funny joke sounded like.
Honestly, I think right before I was hella nervous. And I think right before I went up, I think Cisco gave me like the best advice. He was like, yo, it's just a conversation. Like just go up there and just talk to me. Talk like you would talk to me.
Straight up.
And that's what I did. Like I just stood up there, and even though there was other people, and I had a heckler that I had to like, you know, kind of like whatever, but like that's how I looked at it. I was like, okay, this is just conversation with 20 other people sitting in between me and my friend, like, you know. So that's kind of what I did.
So you say you're the heckler. I went to Taurus recently, and they were just all kind of talking while the performers were up there.
So Taurus is
Is that how it was back in the day?
Taurus is always like that.
Oh,
Taurus has always been like that. But Taurus is one of those rooms where it's crazy because you'll ask every comic, at least here in the Miami scene, that knows like the rooms, and I feel like every room kind of has like its own personality. So whenever I want to bomb, I go to Taurus.
Okay.
Like, you know, or whenever I want to like for real see if something works, I'll go to Taurus.
Interesting.
You know,
okay.
like
so
that's kind of like the war room, like, because you're going to fight against the crowd talking over you. You're going to fight against everybody being drunk. You're going to fight against other comedians. You're going to fight against, you know, so I'm kind of a masochist in that way when it comes to like my writing. I like to take it to like the trenches and be like, oh, okay, yeah, this works. Because if it works at Taurus, it's going to work anywhere, you know?
Interesting. I'm going to get into that writing, but I want to get into one thing. You say that was your first time doing stand-up. Right. But you've been working in like entertainment way before you started stand-up, right?
Yeah. So it's funny because like earlier you were like, oh no, because now you're transitioning to acting. I was actually an actor first. Okay. So that's what a lot of people don't know about me, is that I've been in commercials and stuff like that since I was like 5, 6 years old, you know. Random stuff, like on and off, like through my whole life and stuff like that. And then as I got older, like 18 to like just the other day, like I was doing music videos, I've done commercials, I've done catalog, I've done all types of stuff, you know. So honestly, comedy coming when it came was kind of like a blessing, because I kind of already knew how to move, like, you know, in a space full of creatives.
Now, do you think of the two crafts, comedy and acting, which one is more difficult for you? Because
Oof, that's
I would think that
Malcolm with the hard question.
no, not the hard question. Because I would think that after you do comedy, acting is kind of like on easy mode, right? Because with comedy, you got to write all your material. You can't do reshoots. So you got to get it right the first time.
Okay, so yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Comedy, honestly, is the hardest art form that anybody could ever choose to do. Like, all those people that think and they go to shows and you see a comedian and they're funny on stage and you think it to yourself, oh, I could do that. No, you can't. Okay, I promise you that you cannot. Okay, it's just that comedian was so good that they made you think that it was that easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's true.
But comedy is rough. Comedy is very hard. Very, very hard. Now, acting to be a great actor isn't easy either. Mm-hmm. But I think they're just so very different. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the things that I fell in love with when it came to comedy, because it was all up to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't the writer's fault. It wasn't the director's fault. It wasn't, editing. It wasn't, no, it's you and that microphone,
right,
for 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes, whatever it is, Damn,
30 minutes.
So Malcolm's like, I got 3, bro.
Man, I can't do
it. But that's what I love about comedy is that, you know what I mean? And you're it's just you. Mm-hmm. It's literally just you. Like you said, there's no editing, there's no do-over. You can't rewind, you can't fast forward, you can't blame someone else when it comes out, right. It's you. There's no do-over. There's no none of that. Acting is difficult because I feel like in order to be a good actor, and this is kind of why I think I've become a better actor now that I'm a little older, is because I think in order to be a good actor, like you kind of have to have experienced life to some degree.
I see.
Because how are you going to pretend to be something if you've never had that experience or you've never felt like that? So right. how would you be able to accurately pretend to be that?
Hurt or scared or all this.
Whatever the emotion is.
Or broke or whatever it might be.
Or happy or anything or really excited. How are you going to be super excited on film if you've never been excited about anything?
Right.
So I respect them both equally. They're both equally hard, but comedy is a little bit more selective, I feel like, with who can and who can't do it.
Right. Yeah, I think when you're doing comedy, it's already kind of acting, because you got to go up and deliver a joke with the same emotion that you did with it yesterday, and then
every
the day before that.
Time. Yep.
And like, do you ever get tired of a joke? Like, I don't want to do that one. I'm tired of that one.
Yes and no, right? Because, okay, so an example, like we were talking earlier before the camera's on about my EA Sports joke, right? Which is like the first joke that I wrote that I could say was like a whole joke that I wrote, which I took from bits and pieces of. There's even stuff in that first set that I said that are still in that joke. Like,
No, hold up. Is this one we can find online?
Yeah.
Okay,
we're
going to find the EA Sports joke. Got you.
Yeah, everybody knows about that joke. It's just you don't know about it because I stopped saying it.
Oh, I see.
Before you came around. So that was where I was, the point that I was getting to. And the reason I stopped saying it wasn't because I don't love the joke. I love that joke. It's great, But if I tell a joke that's 5 minutes long, every single set, the same, I'm not growing. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's that like you get tired of the joke. It's just you kind of like want to explore other facets of your humor. So you kind of shelf it. You know?
I see. You can always
and
bring
like
it back.
I'll say it every once in a while. Like if I'm somewhere and someone's a fan and they know that joke and they say, "Oh, I love that joke," and then I'll say it just to like in the back of my head be like, okay, like that was for that person. Like, but it's just not my go-to, just because creatively, like I don't write the same. Like I've moved on to like other facets of my humor. So that's kind of what happens. It's not that you get tired of the joke. I think you just start to explore other avenues of your brain and your creativity.
Right. Okay. No, that's very cool. And then you talk about writing, and I know that you have associated acts Like, or your friends? I think you mentioned Daniela Delfino.
Yeah.
There's a couple other people. Do you guys kind of get together and just key and peel shit and just come up with stuff together, or how's that work?
We haven't gotten together in a long time, but like when we do get together, it's kind of like that. You know what I mean? And it's not so much like, oh, we're gonna sit here, we're gonna write a joke. Like sometimes it'll just be like you hanging out with your homies and you guys are all on the same show and you hear their set and you're like, oh, this tag. You know, like I'm very much that type of comic. You can't do that with everybody. Right. But
why not though? Like they don't fit your personality or your sense of humor, or
no, it's not that. It's just people are weird. And so like you can't do that with everybody just because then you'll run into problems of like, oh, this person stole that joke from me, or this person stole that premise from me, or this person, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like it has to definitely be with people that you trust with your ideas. And I feel to some degree, it has to be somebody who you respect as like another creative, you know what I mean? Because if I come and I give you a tag, Malcolm, and like, you don't even think I'm funny, you're not going to use that shit. You're going to be like, okay, yeah, whatever. Like, and you're going to completely dismiss it. You know,
right?
As you know, the other side of things, if I'm your colleague and you respect me, and you're like, damn, Dina's funny, and I come and I tell you, hey, Malcolm, look, that joke, if you just switch this word and you add this, it'll, you know, and you take it if you want, like, you know, because that's another thing too. I feel like the person giving the note, whatever it is, has to understand too that it's not your choice whether or not the person takes it too. So that's another thing. Sometimes. Right. Get offended when they give someone a note and the person doesn't use it too. So that's why I say it has to be with people that you trust, that you know aren't going to get offended if you don't use a tag, or aren't going to like take your ideas, or so that's why I say that it has to be with certain people, you know, that you find.
So just jumping back in on the acting, like you've been kind of promoting this Spanish Fly film.
Yes.
That's coming
I'm so
out
excited
soon,
about it.
or by the time this airs, it'll be out.
April 20th, 2026 is the release date in all theaters. I know that there's going to be a couple of like private screenings too, like across the country is what they're planning on doing. We had a private screening the other day, like just for like cast and crew. It's so funny. It's so funny and it's so dope. And I really can't wait for everybody to see it. Like it's going to be really cool. Like it's not just myself in it. There's a bunch of comics like from the Miami scene in it. Yeah. A bunch of comics, a bunch of like influencers. El Caballo's in it. Flava's in it. Tonio Skits is in it. Cito Rocks is in it. It's so Miami. It's such a so Miami like movie, and it's actually funny. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to find an independent where you can tell like everyone is just having a good time like making it, and it's actually funny. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for that.
Now it's coming out of ways. Can you give us like the Internet Movie Database plot? Something we might read if we look it up.
So I like to say it's crazy because everybody that's in it explains it differently. So it's kind of at a point where I don't know what people are going to be expecting when they go to see it. But I like to say that it's kind of like a Cheech and Chong meets Friday meets like just everything that you see in Miami on a daily basis. Like real Miami, like not Brickell, Miami, like not downtown Miami. I'm talking about like over the bridge, like people that really have grown up here and like are born and raised here are going to resonate so much with this movie. Because that's exactly what it is. Like it's a movie like about the city, but about like these two friends trying to come up too, you know? So it's dope.
Okay, so it's filmed here in Miami then.
It is.
Oh, that's nice.
All over the city, yeah.
Now you mentioned like getting your start here. Are you like from the Miami scene originally, or were you from New York?
So I was born in New York.
See, I knew it. Every Puerto Rican
I
I met
moved
from
down
New York.
here, but I don't really claim that. But the reason I don't claim that is because I moved here when I was mad young. And yeah, I used to go back like Christmas and winters and all that stuff. But I feel like where you go to high school is where you're from.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? And I went to high school down here. Like all my formative years were down here in Miami. I sound like a Miami girl. Okay. Like I'm from Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was born in Brooklyn, but that's just my birth certificate that says Brooklyn. That. Like,
okay.
You know, but I'm definitely like a Miami girl, you know.
Miami girl.
Yeah.
So you got into acting really early with the commercials and such, and then the comedy. Have you ever had like a real like regular job?
Hell yeah, I had a regular job. What do you think?
I'm thinking it's just been commercials and
I
all
ain't been
this.
to the Oscars yet, bro. So
Okay,
I gotta
got
have
you.
a regular
Okay.
job. Like,
Okay, so what was your regular job before you like started taking comedy seriously and acting seriously?
my regular job right before I started taking comedy seriously. This is gonna sound like it's a joke. I used to work for UnitedHealthcare.
Oh shit!
I swear to God, it's not a joke. That's real life. I really did work for UnitedHealthcare. Shout out to UnitedHealthcare. I even won like this like super dope award that they give to like the top 1% of the company and everything. Like I was telling you, I'm an overachiever when it comes to everything. Like,
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, I used to work for UnitedHealthcare, and then I got fired for some shit
you did get fired.
that we're not gonna talk about on camera because somebody blamed me for some shit that wasn't my fault. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I did. I worked for UnitedHealthcare for a long time in like that space, and then I don't know. I started comedy and I was like, yo, this is whack. Like this is like inebriating my soul. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah. And then on top of that, like I feel like too, I kind of went through like a period in my life where like there was like a lot of transition going on, you know? And I kind of woke up like when I was like 35 and I was like, yo, like it's funny because it's in one of my jokes. I was like, yo, I only have like so and so many summers. Like you tripping right now, you know? And yeah, like I wanted to be more than an employee ID number, you know? So I decided, I was like, look, you know, you've done this all your life. This is what you really, really love in sense of like a creative point, a creative aspect. It's like, why waste any more time? You know, it was kind of like a now or never situation.
Wow. So you just jumped out there and took, you know,
Sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes you got to jump out the window, you know?
Ooh, okay. I see you, man. But be careful walking in the street, though. You know what they doing to them, them UnitedHealthcare folks, man. Got to be careful.
No, I'm good. I got out before all that, so I'm good.
Now, I know you was mentioning, so a lot of your set talks about dating.
Some of it. I would say some of it. Okay.
Okay. Well, maybe I was there on the day. It was a couple in the front. You was talking about dating that day.
Okay.
How is that going now? Because I know you said
I don't date.
You don't date at all.
I don't date. So it's fun. That's the common misconception when it comes to me, Malcolm. Like everybody sees my set and like what I talk about on stage. So the jokes that I say on stage and like the thing and the scenarios that like I make up, yeah, some of it does breed from real life, but it's not necessarily mine. You know what I'm saying? Like I got friends that be going out on dates and that be this and that. I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. I don't have the capacity because I'm kind of like focused like on this mission. But like all my stories are like a combination of like inside jokes between me and them or like random things that happen or stories that I hear or whatever. It's just awkward to always tell a joke and be like, oh, my best friend or oh, this. So I make myself the butt of the joke, you know?
Right.
But yeah, like that's a very common misconception when it comes to me is that like I'm going out on all these dates and I got like all these dudes and like, yo, my phone is so dry. My phone is ridiculously
Dina,
dry.
on.
Like
no,
dry.
I know they be in them DMs crazy.
Dry.
I know they be in them DMs crazy.
Special needs patients be in my DMs crazy, Malcolm. Cause like if you want to talk to me after all the crazy shit I post online, like you are not sane. Damn. Like you are not. Like I'm sorry, you are not. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too. I feel like when it comes to like stuff that I post or my set, so to speak, right? Like you watch my set and it gives people a certain perception of me, right? And not to say that that's not me. It definitely is me. Like I do talk like that. I do like play around and I do joke and I am very like whatever. But most of the time I be chilling.
Okay, you used to be chilling.
You know, like whenever you've seen me at a mic, I be chilling. I don't have to be the loudest person. I be in the corner chilling. I be playing Nintendo at Thank You while everybody's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I be so laid back in real life that when I meet people outside of that like arena that don't see me as consistently as you per se, or like they'll invite me to go do like another podcast or whatever, they'd be like so surprised. They'd be like, yo, like, I can't believe you're this laid back. And I'm like, yeah, like, what did you think? That I'm always like, dick. Like, no, like.
No, that was my perception exactly. Because I was like, hold on. She talking like she trying to start a fight in this bitch. And then you get off, you're like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, you want something to drink? I said, wow. She is a great actor. Because I was like, yeah, she about to fight a bitch in here tonight. Like, so I know you can act because I'm like, you kind of got this split personality thing when you on stage.
I have multiple personalities. That's what makes me a great actor.
Now, is that got anything to do with your, what they call your horoscopes? You into the horoscope thing?
No, I don't think so. Because my sign is supposed to be very grounded and very, I'm a Taurus.
Oh, okay.
So I'm very grounded. I'm very much an open book. I'm very like, okay, like I be chilling. You know what I mean? I think it's just, I like to say that on stage, like I've learned how to hyper fixate on certain aspects of my personality. You know, like it's like I said, it's still me. I still talk the same way. I still walk the same like as I would off stage, but I feel like it's just like exaggerated, like super exaggerated, like when it comes to like going on stage.
Right. I mean, that's what comedy is, right? It's like
it's an
exaggerated
exaggeration
version of yourself, right?
Yeah,
right,
of your life or whatever, you know.
Same thing with me. I think I'm more hood on stage than I am in real life. And
oh, you ain't hood, Malcolm. Get out of here.
I'm more hood on stage. But no, it's all good though. Anyway. All right. So you doing comedy. You say you're not dating. So you got none of the dating apps. And
I'm banned from Hinge.
Whoa, how do you get banned from a dating app?
I don't even know. I swear to you, I don't even know. I downloaded it. The last time that I downloaded it. I had my pictures up there, whatever. And then it was up there for not even 24 hours. And I got an email like, oh, you inappropriate behavior or whatever. And we're banning you from Hinge. I swear to God, I got banned from Hinge for nothing. I happen to think that it was just like some dude that maybe I did go out on a date on and didn't go on a second one. And he was like, oh, this bitch. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
okay.
I think that's what could have happened or who knows? Like, but I be getting hated on, Malcolm. You see? I can't even date if I wanted to, bro.
See, I thought you was into that Cardi B shit. You know, she be meeting up and kidnapping and robbing.
Listen, I don't got time for that.
Oh, it's bad. So, I mean... You're not dating, so you have all your friends are comics.
Yeah.
And so, like, how does your family feel about what you do? Because I mean, from my research, I see that you have a daughter.
I do.
Does she like what you do, or she like, Mom, don't talk about me?
No, like she loves the jokes that I say about her. Like honestly, it's super weird when it comes to her because not too long ago, one of her science teachers went to a show.
Oh wow!
Like
okay.
I didn't know, you know, or I think they came across like my YouTube or something. I don't remember what it was, and they went to school the next day, and they were like, hey, I saw your mom, and she was like, what are you talking about? We were like, yeah, I saw your mom doing stand up, and she was like, oh yeah, and the teacher was like, oh, do you know like she tells these jokes about you or whatever? She's like, oh yeah, those are my favorite ones. Like,
oh.
Which is crazy because I'm talking about how stupid she is. Like,
damn.
So,
okay.
So that's kind of like a tag that I've been messing around with lately too. I'd be like, yo, why are you guys like, because sometimes crowds will get tight when I'd be like, yeah, my daughter's stupid. They'd be like, oh, you shouldn't talk about your daughter that way. And I'd be like, yo, she's so stupid. This is her favorite joke. Like, that's how stupid she is. Like, and people be like, oh, wow, you know? But yeah, so to make a long story short or whatever, it's funny because she loves it. And like, and anytime that somebody comes up to her and tells it, like, I have to be like blocking like her little friends, like from following me on Instagram. Cause I'm like, this is not appropriate, even though they're 17, like, but still like, I'd be like, oh no, like I'm not going to have you guys like following me while I'm talking all this nonsense, you know? And it's crazy because even her science teacher, it had to have been her science teacher because there's no other person that I think it could have been. Like I told you, sometimes I get a lot of hate under some clips. And it was this one particular set on YouTube where like, I want to say maybe 65% of the comments were like negative comments, right? Like, oh, you should go take care of your kid. Oh, you're not funny. Like stupid shit. Like, you know? And her science teacher was like, I know her daughter. She's a great mom, and her daughter is great and plays sports, and she's a great kid. And all of you need to shut up. So
wow.
so stuff like that happens sometimes, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, it's cool. It's not bad at all.
See, people think you different in real life and on stage.
Exactly.
See, that's
like,
how good. 'Cause I'm like, man, look, man. She gonna take all your money. She gonna fight you. No, you just a sweet person in real life.
Maybe once upon a time, changed my life, Malcolm.
I got you. And so what about like mom and your primos and all these people like in your family?
So
They get excited
all
when
my
you do
siblings have seen me do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
All my siblings and their spouses and my nephews have seen me do comedy. My parents haven't seen me do comedy yet. And and the reason why I always said I was never gonna let at least just my mom not see like me live yet is because I want to name my first special My Mom Doesn't Think I'm Funny. And I want that to be the first set she ever sees. And like the gimmick for my special is that like I want one camera focused on her and like a counter of how many times she laughs. Like
Oh, that's gonna be dope.
So I have never let her see me because of that. Because in my head, like that's how I want to like introduce her like to my comedy. But she thinks I'm crazy, but it's fine.
Somebody gonna steal that idea.
No, because I've stamped it. I've said it in multiple interviews. So if anybody does it, I got the footage to back up that I've been saying that that's what I want to do.
Now, are you gonna do like a clean set, or she gonna?
No,
Okay.
my mom knows the way that I talk. My mom knows like whatever. So no, absolutely not. I wouldn't change any of it. No.
Okay. No, that's great though. So I saw you online. You are going to be participating in this Miami thing. I think it's like gold medal laughs or
Yes,
some type
the
of
Comedy
thing.
Olympics.
Comedy Olympics, and
Yes.
you are in some special category. What is it called?
The creative performance category.
What are you going to be doing? Because
I can't tell you.
Well, I mean, that's not the
because
normal.
that's gonna give away like the thing. Like I can't say it. It is definitely something that I've never done on stage before.
Okay.
At all, ever. I've never done this on stage before. But it's gonna be funny.
Okay. I saw that and I was like, because there's like a magician in it. And I'm like, okay, so Dina's a comedian. Like, what is she doing in this special thing? So I'm a little bit
Comedy Olympics. Buy your tickets January 31st, Pub 52.
52. And who's running that one?
I think it's like a culmination. Well, actually, the person running it is literally the brand Gold Medal Laughs, which is run by Kelly. I don't know if you've met Kelly. And then she got all the other like comedy brands to like go in on it, and like so every local like kind of comedy brand has a team. So there's like a spotlight team, and Michelle Castro is the captain. Shout out to the homie Michelle. That's the team that I'm on. And then there's like a Dade County comedy team. And then there's like a Coconut Grove comedy team. And then there's what's the other one? I don't remember what the other team.
I think Art Roche is doing something too.
Oh, a comedy calendar team.
Right.
You get me? So like everybody has a team like for their brand, which is dope.
Right.
And then whoever wins gets to have bragging rights until we have the next one. So
Okay, I'm gonna have to start working out so
some
I can get invited.
friendly camaraderie, but not so friendly because I mean it doesn't really matter. My
Right.
team is gonna win anyway. So
All right. So you talked about kind of some of your associated acts, and you talked about Daniela Delfino. Like I'm familiar with these people. So you always everywhere, like always doing mics.
why does everybody keep saying that about me? Like you see, that's how you guys know that I don't date. If I'm always everywhere, how?
I have no idea.
Where is this man?
How many how many mics did you do in 2025?
376.
So that's more mics than days.
And I took a couple days off here and there.
That is insane. And so
Yeah.
are you going to surpass that this year?
No, I am not.
Okay, you're going to slow down. Is that because film is kind of getting in?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like not on purpose. I still have made the goal to do something creatively, like every day, like something towards like having this creative career, like every single day. It's just I don't want to say I'm stepping away from it because I still have the bad habit. Like I'll still go to thank you on a Monday or a Friday or like whatever. I just, the purpose of me doing that last year was more so I could write enough material to say, okay, I have an hour and it's a solid hour, you know, versus somebody that maybe doesn't get out too much. I want to be ready for when the opportunity arises. Like I don't want an agency or like a manager to come and approach me and be like, oh, I only have 15 minutes. Like, I don't want to do that. You know, I want to, you stay ready. You ain't got to get ready, you know? So being that I have so much material now, I feel like that also allows me like the flexibility to be able to go to different kind of rooms, you know, because I feel like I pushed myself to get out of that comfort zone to explore it. And I feel like that's something that a lot of comics don't do, and it does hinder you, you know, not being able to explore those different type of rooms and not to like, now I feel like I'm talking shit, but not to, not to shit on anybody or anything like that. But I also feel like, what's that saying that like you need like 10,000 hours in anything like to become an expert. So like that literally for the first 3 years of my career, that was like my goal. Like I feel like comedy's humbled me a lot in that sense. Cause like when I started comedy, I was, what are you talking about? I'm funny as fuck. Like I don't gotta do all that work. I'm funny. Like, you know, but it matters and it shows like in the long term. Like, look, like you just said it right now. I was like, oh, I've been only doing it for 4 years. And you're like, what are you talking about? No way. Like, and it's not because I'm super like or like I'm some great anomaly. Like, no, it's because I've done already thousands of mics in these 3 years, basically, you know? So, and I've put myself out there like in different markets and in front of different people and things like that. So like when you guys say that I'm everywhere, I'm super flattered. But I wish you guys would stop saying that because it makes it seem like I don't have a life.
No, it's the incredible hustle. Like, for example, I thought you were doing this at least 10 at the bare minimum. You know, to know it's 4 years is crazy.
Yeah, not yet 4 years. 4 years in February.
4 years. Wow. So we're still in the threes, damn near.
Yeah,
and that's
my last month.
That's incredible. So how are you, like, for example, you used to work, so you were working. Would you do comedy when you got off work? And
yeah, well, when I first started comedy, I was working from home. I was work from home.
Oh, okay, so that's good.
I had already been work from home since before the pandemic. Like back then, UnitedHealthcare was just sending people to work from home because they wanted to save money on real estate.
Right.
Basically, like in like 2018, 2019. So I had already been working from home for like quite some time. And then when I started comedy, in the beginning, it was because, okay, yeah, I want to write these jokes. I want to get better. But it was also like a small facet of, shit, I've been in this house all day. I got to go outside. Like, you know? So in the beginning, it was more of like, I just don't want to be home.
Right.
You know? So I would go outside because I spent the whole day at home. So I would be like, oh, it's time to go outside. Let me go outside for a little bit, you know? And like at least socialize and see people, you know? Because I feel like that happens when you have to work from home a certain set amount of hours a day. Kind of does like something to your psyche where you're like, I gotta see people, you know?
Right.
So in the beginning it was that, and then it kind of turned into that. Like I told you, like I'm a super, like, I don't want to say overachiever because I feel like that's not the right word, but I'm super like, I guess it's like the obsessive compulsive in me. Like, you know, like once I get it in my head that like, this is what's going to happen and this is what I want, like I just horse blinders straight into that shit. Okay. And I won't stop until I get like, that's the hard-headed Taurus in me too. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, okay, that's fine. And I'll just like figure something else out until I get to where I want to get to. You know what I mean? Like it's not even about nobody else. It's about like what I want to get to.
No, I think that's great. I mean, to see the amazing hustle, 370 mics in a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy hustle. Like that shows you like that's what it kind of take to like get to this level in just 4 years. It take that kind of hustle. Now that you've been doing that, I'm curious, like, do you have a team right now or is this all you?
No, this is all me.
You're like,
I do my promo, I do my marketing, I do everything. I book, I schedule my travel, I do everything.
Oh my God. So you just doing all this by yourself.
Yep.
See, now if an agency do approach you, now they see what
Listen,
they
I said
gotta
a
do.
really long prayer before 2026, and I was like, Lord, the only thing I want is like somebody to do all this other shit for me. I just want to be creative. You know what I mean? Like if once I get to that point where I could just be creative, like I'll be so happy.
Wow. Now, have you considered like writing for other comics? Like at this point, like because like the hardest part is like going out and trying the jokes out, right? And you got that shit down. I'm sure some other comics might come to you like, hey, can you write for me or help me write?
So there's a comic that I am kind of sort of mentoring right now, but he's a little bit of a mess. We got to get him. We got to get him situated. But I don't know if I will go as far as to like writing for a comic. Only because I feel like your material is such a personal thing. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, I don't have a problem. Like I said earlier, like giving somebody a tag and be like, yo, I heard you say this, maybe, do this or whatever. Like those sorts of things I think are cool, like amongst comrades, and it solidifies that camaraderie when you're able to have like that creative banter back and forth. Right. But I think like when it comes to like writing a joke for someone else, I think it's so hard because you have to know that person so well in order for the joke to be able to translate to the other person.
Right.
So I think it would be difficult to do just because I feel like my humor comes from such a personal space. Now, not to say that I don't write other things, like I'm writing other things in the creative aspect of stuff. Like I would love to film a pilot someday. So like I've started writing that. Like I have, there's other things, but jokes, I feel like the best ones are so personal.
Right.
And you have to know somebody so well in order for that to be, for me to write to you, for you, I have to know everything about you, Malcolm.
Right.
Right. And I don't. So it's going to fall short or it's going to fall flat in some sense, unless the person is quite unastoundingly like exactly like you. Then then you could be like, okay, I could write to this perspective because this person's just like me. But yeah, I feel like that would just be like so hard. And like I know that like all the pros do it or whatever, but like in the back of my mind, I feel like that's cheating.
That's not the real deal.
Like I feel like that's cheating. Like you got help.
It's like using AI. A lot of people using the AI stuff now. Like you go to Instagram, it's
like you chat GPT and punchlines. Like that's not
videos. You seen all this stuff? I got faked out by that shit one time.
So I don't wanna poop on it because there's people that I do know that do it. But we could tell. Like if you a writer for real, like we could tell. Like not for nothing. But
so I'll see how you feel about writing. You know what I mean? Like who are your top? Like, what's your Mount Rushmore of like joke writers? Now, this is a different question. This isn't like,
not comedians, it's joke writers. Now.
Yeah, and it can be comedians too, right? I think comedians is a classic question, right?
I would have a different Mount Rushmore though if it was like comic wise, right? Because I feel like that you have to take into account like their performance and their like stage presence and like your mannerisms and stuff like that. Now we're just talking about writing, like as a writer.
Matter of fact, let's take it back to the stage.
Okay, so stage, like Mount Rushmore, all time, forever and ever.
Right.
Joan Rivers. Cheesy Dave Chappelle. He's on everybody's. Richard Pryor. Shit, the last one is hard. The last one is hard.
Got one more spot.
The last one is hard.
I'll give you one of my, while you thinking. One person nobody say a lot, Wanda Sykes.
She's great. She's
Wanda
amazing.
Sykes got skills to me.
She's amazing. I wouldn't put her on my Mount Rushmore though. Yeah, Eddie Murphy. Like if we're talking stand up,
yeah.
Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Joan Rivers, Dave Chappelle. That's my Mount Rushmore.
And so those would be the people like once you know, because you're already acting, but those would be the people you want to work with.
Well, 2 of them are dead.
Well, damn, you're right. That's right.
But yeah, most definitely. What? For sure.
For sure.
For sure. I'm giving up all my ovaries. Like you can have all that. I'm not using it anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
no
plans for more kids at
no,
all?
absolutely not. I'm too old for that shit. Hell no.
You done. You ain't
I'm
about to be
good.
having them late nights.
Way too old for that. For what? To start over again? No way. I already got a person. Why would I want a kid? You know?
I already know. I hear you. I
good.
hear you.
Good.
I hear you. Now, I mean, so you've been all these 200, how many you say? 370?
376.
376. You probably gonna maybe pass that number this year. Do you remember like any crazy stories you actually bombing? You said your first time you killed, kind of.
I did okay.
Have you had a legendary bad one like performance?
I mean, we try not to remember those, Malcolm.
Oh, I'm picking at a scab.
No, I just genuinely don't remember them.
Oh, that's good.
Genuinely, like, and I think that's kind of like the human condition, right? Like you kind of, well, yes and no, right? Because there are some people who do harp on like their failures or like whatever. But like I try not to like remember it. Don't get me wrong. I still record all of my sets. So I know that if I look at my phone, I could find one. But I also think that the more your career progresses too, like what you would consider, like what I would consider me bombing right now, you would probably watch the same set and be like, oh, that was all right, Dina. And I'll be like, it's terrible. What are you talking about? That was so bad, you know? And it's not because I'm like some sort of perfectionist or anything like that. It's just, I've been to all 376 sets that I did last year. You know what I mean? So every time you have like that set where you're like, oh my God, I crushed, like that threshold that you have for yourself gets that much higher, right? But you've only seen, I don't know, let's say 50 of the sets I did last year, you know? So the threshold that you have of me is like down here in comparison to the one that I have, because I know what I'm capable of. You know, you've just seen me be funny a couple times. So that's what you're basing your okay, Dina bombed on, is the judgment of, oh, I've seen her do this, this, and this. But I was there every time I touched the mic.
Right.
So what I consider bombing is completely different.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so I was going to ask you, like, what would be your advice to new comics starting out in 2026? It sounds like it's already 2 things, right?
Okay.
The first thing.
What have you picked up?
The first thing is like, do a bunch of damn mics. So that's
okay, fair. That's a good one.
And the second thing I think is going to be have a bad memory.
I wouldn't say have a bad memory. I would say just don't hold on to things. Like don't let one bad set like define your talent or your capability, I would say. Still review it.
Right.
Because there's something to learn, you know, and like I said, I still record every single set that I can record, like unless my phone runs out of memory, which is a common thing. But like unless my phone runs out of memory, or maybe like, I don't know, the camera for some reason stopped recording or whatever. But I make it a habit to do that because I feel like you have to review your work, because hindsight is always 20/20, you know. And then that's the only way where I feel like another reason why I've been able to progress so quickly in my career is because not only do I record myself, but I do go back and watch it, because maybe I didn't make the same face that I made the other time, and that's the face that works. Or maybe I said a word before I said the other word and that got a bigger laugh than before that. Or maybe if I switch these 2 things around, I could use this as a callback to the other thing. And then, you know what I mean? So it's not only doing the due diligence of recording it, but you have to make the time to go back and watch it or go back and listen to it. And the sooner that you do go back and you listen to it or you watch it after your set, that's kind of sometimes like while you'll see me at a mic, like I'll go off to the side and I'm like always in my phone, like whatever. It's because I'm listening to what I just did. Because the way I remember it is not going to be the same way it's on video. So the sooner that I feel like you listen to it afterwards too is where you can catch those little like, I didn't, you know, because it's fresh in your mind of what you did in comparison to like what's recorded.
So you watching the game film right after?
Yeah, you got to. You have to. If you can, like if you're in the environment that you can. Or if not, like if I'm somewhere, I don't know, out of town or whatever, like I'll wait till I'm in the Uber on the way home and I'll listen to it in the Uber. You don't want to be rude either. Like when you're in networking, you know, you don't want people to be like, why is this weird girl's face in her phone all the time? Like, you know, so that's what I'll do. I'll wait till like I'm in the Uber on the way home at the end of the night and I'll listen to it. There's hella Uber drivers in a whole bunch of cities that know all my bad jokes. Like,
okay. So those are the top tips. You need to get over your failures very quickly. Yeah. Record the sets, learn from them. Yeah. And do a bunch of mics.
Well, failures aren't really failures. They're learning opportunities.
Lessons.
You know, they're opportunities for you to learn, you know. And even if you're failing at something, you're still doing more than the person that's sitting on the couch.
Shit, you ain't lying.
Because now you're learning what not to do. And that's just as important as knowing what to do.
So, you know, I've been talking to you and you kind of like a different person than you is on stage. So
here we go.
You a different person. So I'm curious, is Dina Cruz your real name or is that a stage name? Because you look like you could be a Denitria or something like that.
Denitria is crazy. That doesn't even sound Dominican. Like, how did you turn me into like a girl at the hair store? Like, that is crazy. Denitria. What is a Denitria, Malcolm?
But I'm right though. It's not your real name though, is it?
It is my real name.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's my real name.
You got a middle name? Well, don't tell the people your middle name. But no, that's interesting.
Malcolm wants me to. Do you want my social security number too? You gonna file taxes? You gonna claim me as a dependent, Malcolm? Is that what you're doing?
No. That's great.
Dina Cruz is on my birth certificate.
Okay, so how can we find more about you? Is it like dinacruz.com or something?
dinacruz.com for tickets and shows and all that stuff. My YouTube, D_NU 3 H's. I think that's my Twitter too. I'm never on Twitter though. I gotta start tweeting. And my TikTok and my Instagram are both D.NU 3 H's. So I'm kind of the same across all the platforms, pretty much.
Okay, that's good. You locked all that in.
Yeah, I mean, except for YouTube, but whatever. They don't use dots.
So we got Gold Medal Laughs coming up in April. I believe, or no, I forget when that it is. But you got
January 31st.
Okay, January 31st. Yeah. We got the new film coming out in April.
April 20th. Yep.
What else should we looking forward to?
I don't know. I have no idea. My schedule's so crazy. Somebody please come manage me. My schedule's so crazy. I have something coming up in LA. But now I don't know because I got this commercial too. So I don't know if I get the commercial, I can't go to LA. But if I don't get the commercial, I am going to go to LA. So I kind of don't want to announce it because then like, what if I don't go to LA? You guys are going to be like, Dina was lying. And I'm not lying. I'm just working. Like, but yeah, I mean, I'm kind of locked into like this other gym with acting rehab. So I'm taking acting classes. My coach is Ulises Terrero, which is like one of the top casting directors like in the urban space for like years and years and years. Oh. Yeah, he casted like Juice and like all types of stuff. So I know he's definitely gonna be throwing work my way this new year. And yeah, I'm just around just for now. Just follow me on Instagram, bro. It's there. It's on my Instagram. Just follow me on Instagram. Okay.
No, that's great, man. To know like even the greats have some coaching and some people they use as mentors.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's like my gym for acting. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way that you guys see me at mics everywhere, I'm locked into acting class once a week. He doesn't let everybody into that class. He's very selective with who he picks and chooses, which is a great thing. So I'm fortunate enough to have the opportunity to be able to have that gym when it comes to like the acting side of things. It's definitely made me a way better actor than I thought I was a year ago. But yeah, man, I mean, that's another thing too that I feel super fortunate. Like in the last 4 years that I've like really locked in, I feel like it kind of changed something like in the ether of things. And I've just been really fortunate, like, to meet the right people, like, at the right time, and kind of like follow my instincts into like a whole bunch of like real happy accidents, as far as like the network of people that I've been able to build, which is crazy, because then the other caveat is that, like, I don't be using the numbers in my phone when I should, you know.
See, gotta do that.
It's so bad. It's so bad. So this year I'm trying to get over that fear of like, oh, they're gonna think I'm weird. Like, no, like, you're not weird. Like, they gave you their number. Like, you know. So I'm trying to work on that part of it, you know. But yeah, and in other words, like, I've been really lucky in that sense that I've literally, people like to say it's just, oh, like, being in the right place at the right time, but it is so much more than that. Like, I've come to have like a super deep seated faith in like just like God and like the universe, and like trusting your instincts, and like knowing that like you're not crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Because the world is gonna try to tell you that you're crazy. Like, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you can't this, or you can't that, you know? And even now, like, sometimes, again, people sometimes don't do it on purpose, because I do feel like we all kind of like move a basis of like our perspective of like where we're at in the world and stuff like that. But like, even now, like, you don't say it, and like some people don't say it. Some people, I kind of get like half and half, right? So like, I get half of like, damn, Dina's everywhere and she works so hard and she hustles and she this, like the conversation that we were having right now. And then the other half that I get is, damn, Dina's so lucky.
Lucky?
And that is so crazy to me. Like, when people say that I'm so lucky, it gets me so mad. Like, I feel like that's the one thing that like really, really upsets me. Not because like it's such a frivolous word. I feel like when you say somebody's lucky, like, you discredit like kind of like the work that they put in. You know what I'm saying? And so that was kind of like another reason why I did so many mics last year, because I kind of did have like that chip on my shoulder too, of like, oh, like, people think that this is like a fluke. Oh, like, they think that this is just, oh, I'm getting by on like how I look, or I'm getting by on like the way that I talk, or I'm getting by on like, oh, whatever. Oh, okay. So let's show them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of psychological warfare that happens in my brain when that happens. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, they're gonna see, you know.
You're showing them.
So it's, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird because it's two sides to the coin, you know. And I understand, just like everybody else should understand. Definitely, as a comic, like, you're not gonna be for everybody. You're not supposed to be either, you know. And I feel like the second part of that statement of the "you're not supposed to be" is the part that a lot of comics forget.
Right.
You know, like, they see the Dave Chappelles and they see the Eddie Murphys and they see, oh, everybody loves those people, but no, everybody doesn't. The majority does. Because they've been able to build that throughout the years, but majority didn't always love them all the time, you know?
You're right.
And it took them years and years and years to get the majority that they have on their side right now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's another thing that us as comics, we have to understand too, is that you're not supposed to be for everybody, you know? Yeah. The point of this is to just make as many people as you can laugh. You know, maybe for me that's 5 people, maybe for you that's 1,000, you know, but that should be the point of pursuing a career in any type of creative space, you know, is to make people feel something, not to be famous or to like whatever, you know. Granted, yeah, that's nice, but I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of people take the creative path for the wrong reasons, and they find out like, oh, this shit ain't sweet. Like, you know,
yeah, that's true.
Like, you're gonna lose sleep, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna lose family, you're gonna lose money, you're gonna lose time, relationships. You lose a lot, you know, to be able to pursue a dream or whatever. And I think that that's the part that a lot of people don't talk about, and they like glamorize like the aspect of like, yeah, I'm doing it, I'm on tour, I'm this, I'm that. But how many friendships did that cost you? Like, how many nights did you have to not sleep? You know, like, I'll give you the perfect example. Like, today, after I do this, I got to go do something else around the corner. I'm not gonna get home until like 2 something.
Wow.
I have a call back tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And I gotta do these things because this is, I'm not gonna bite the hand that feeds me. I asked to have these problems. So I'm grateful to have these problems. But in the same token, 6 months ago when I was like, "Damn, I just want to work. I just want to make money and just not have to have a real job." And I just want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I asked to have these problems. So what do I look like complaining now that today I might only get 3 hours of sleep? Who cares? Who cares? There's work to do, And besides, I'm lucky, so,
Dina, we care. We care about you.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, in the grand scheme of things, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, who cares? I'll go home and take a nap after.
Straight up.
Like, I get to go on tour later this week with like probably some of the best like dudes that I've been able to meet like in this journey of me like doing comedy. And they're people that like I used to watch their videos and be like, "Oh my God, that's so funny. It's so cool." And now these are like my brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Like so kind of like to go back to it, I kind of do feel like I am lucky enough to have met the right people in the last 4 years to be able to have the opportunities that I have. But it's a lot of putting yourself in the right rooms too, And then after you're in that room, you got to know how to act when you're in the room.
Right.
Because if you get your foot in the door, you act a fool, that door's not going to open again.
Gotta be ready for it.
You got to be ready. You stay mentally, ready. You ain't got to get ready. There we go.
That's our fourth gem.
But no, I've been saying that for like forever though. I used to say that to my employees at UnitedHealthcare. You stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. Like, I had them all walking around the call center saying that shit.
Hey, they learn from the best.
But yeah, like that's genuinely how I've kind of learned to adapt and like live my life. And another thing I think that happened to me like in that transitional period like of my life, like when I turned 35, that I had so many changes, was the fact that like I literally woke up one day and I was like, you know what? From today forward, I want to live a life with no regrets. Like I don't want to regret nothing.
Right.
Like nothing, not a conversation that I have, not an opportunity I didn't take, nothing. So I kind of live by those two, and it's been all right ever since. So we doing okay.
You're doing more than okay. Thank you for today, Dina Cruz. You are fly as Flux. I appreciate you coming by.
I appreciate you.
Until next time.
I do. This was fun, Malcolm. You keep going too. I like the little setup. Malcolm got a nice little setup over here.